Start the class now. Well, at the moment, I know somebody haven't signed in yet, so, but I think time to start it. Today, I heard going to have quite a few more people going to join us. And if you haven't watching the first video that you missed last week class, I would like you to go on the MPC Foundation, or May will send an email. Make sure you watching the first recording, because that's what we're teaching, what's Qigong and what Tai Chi, mainly how they benefit your body, okay? If you don't understand, you just move your arm and leg, that's just exercise. I want to give you more. Qigong and Tai Chi, we call it internal, not external. Arm and leg is external, okay? Qigong is internal. If you do it right, your body will feel from inside out. Very funny, eh? How come will be from inside out, okay? So I would like everyone, if don't understand or missing the first class, make sure see how it's done. And the first class, we talk a lot about posture. When I stand up right, when I stretching right, you produce qi. And if you don't follow that theory, you're just doing arm and leg. Okay, we got lots, all kind of exercise. We're just doing arm and leg. But can you benefit your inside? Now, today I'm talking about inside. It's inside your body. What's in there? Of course, 5 major organs. Okay, you're talking about heart, liver, spleen, lung, and kidney, your internal organs. Chinese medicine always say if your internal organ is healthy, you don't have any illness. In the Western, we don't look at that. So we always treat after when you're sick or when you have a problem. When you have a heart disease, you change to the heart. When you have a kidney disease, you change the kidney. Chinese always watching opposite. We have to take care of our inside organ first, then you will have health. Okay? So give yourself a new thinking to adjust all the exercise you're doing will really help your health. And majority people don't understand, so they won't do it, okay? Because they said, I jog for hours. Sure, you got sweat, you whole body warm, but I don't have to. If I do the internal exercise, I don't have to. I just move it right position, right posture, will produce the qi to help you circulate the whole body. So we just look at this chart, and Chinese using 5 elements. Really makes sense. Each element, if you just think about it, they have their specialty, okay? Fire, burning, okay? Wood is solid, stable. You think about tree, that's wood. Earth doesn't move either, okay? But what the way to using earth, like if I got a fire, I can put the earth on top of the fire, so it will kill the fire, okay? Metal, what can I do with metal? Strong, I can change it. What can we do about it? The last thing is water. So 5 elements all inside your body. How we balance with it? Okay, how we balance with it, and what's the relationship with the 5 elements? So the second line, you are using a red pen, maybe you can't read it too good, but I read to you and make sure you have a copy for yourself. First, represent the fire is your heart. You know damn well when you get angry, your heart is burning, running like crazy, or you're scared. Fire represents the heart. Secondly, the liver. We really don't understand about the liver. Okay, it's a big chunk of organ in it. But how we understand the liver? But we know liver have over 500 function. Anything went wrong, number one, your body have trouble. So think about the liver. All we think about, oh, if I drink, will damage the liver? No. Liver treat everything like poison. Even if you eat the best steak go in your body, it's still treated like poison because they have to digest. They have to how to break everything up before you can absorb the nutrients. Okay? If you take drug, what happened? Definitely it's the poison. So we have to treat our liver good. Okay? The third one, earth to spleen. Now in spleen is an organ we don't understand much. Okay? But in Chinese, talk about spleen, it's not an organ. We call it a transportation system. Think about if I eat the food into my stomach, after digest, how the nutrient go all over my body. You and me can have the same steak, but after digest, how the body absorb and how to deliver the nutrient, all different. So we have to watching this transportation system. Is my gut working well? From starting from the mouth all the way from the annual. You have to think about from beginning to the end, is the body working right? That's what the function on the spleen. Lung. Right now, COVID. We always talk about the lung. Because when it run in trouble, what happens? Kill you. You can't breathe. Okay? So the last one, kidney. Kidney. Never think about it because I have 2. Okay? People don't think about kidney until they don't have it. When you have to go for a diagnosis 3 times a week, what happened? Not just wasting time, killing every part of your body. You don't have any energy. You're sick all the time. So this exercise relates to 5 elements. That's why you have to pay attention. How can I improve in my body? And now look at the third part. Really funny. Inside my body trunk inside here, how can I exercise my organ? I cannot squeeze my hand inside, massage my organ. So in Chinese medicine, they said 5 different parts of your body represent, or you can help that part of the organ. Okay? So pay attention this one because exercises I will mention, hey, stand. Why we stand with the eye? Look at the second one. When I punch out, I stare at my fist. what I'm exercising. I'm exercising my liver. I'm not exercising my fist. I'm not exercising my hand. You are exercising your liver. Okay? If I cover my ear and just like popping your eardrum, what part of the body you exercise? Your kidney. Hey, I'm not healing my kidney. That's exercise. No, I'm using my ear. Okay? Funny, eh? How we do the heart, really funny. You know how we do the tongue? We just rotate. We call washing your mouth with the tongue. Rotate your tongue inside your mouth. That's how you exercise the heart. I don't think any of you heard about that, but that's true. That's Chinese medicine. Went for thousands and thousands of years ago. Okay, they found out they all have relationship. Okay, so that's why this chart really help you if you pay attention on it. Now, go down one more. This part, maybe you don't even feel it, but what's there? Okay. Of course, the heart, we talk about pulse. Okay. Doctor check your pulse. They know how good your heart pumping. How can we tell our kidney working not right? Your bone always aching. I got really brittle bone, really easy to break. The kidney already in trouble until they tell you you're breaking your bone. You will say bone is bone, kidney is kidney. It's two different things, but it's not. It's a relationship in it. Okay? Tongue is for the heart, eye for the liver. That's why I said some exercise, we have to really stare in it. Then we're working on the liver. Spin is the muscle. We're only working on the muscle. It's not good for the whole body. But it did work on one organ. It's the spleen. Okay? So one more thing, the lung. How can we tell a lung is not in good condition? You will get skin and hair problem. What's the skin? Itchy skin, allergy. Your skin tell you have trouble with your lung, but you don't know. You go to a skin specialist, they give you some cream, put it on. But you don't exercise your lung. Does that help? The major cause doesn't help. Now you see I have gray hair. You see lots of people in 70, they still have black hair or what color original hair they have. Because their lung working really, really good. If the hair fall out when you're in the 30, you better watch out because it's your lung having trouble. You don't realize because you never go to a specialist, check my lung because I have no hair. You don't think that way, right? So maintain this chart. Your outside the body tell what's wrong inside your body. But usually we ignore that signal. By the time you know that, too late. It's so hard to reverse that problem. Okay? And I'm going to talk about two more things, then we quit this thing. We call 5 different tastes. Okay? The food affect us a lot because everything go in the mouth, how to affect our organ. Now, if we love bitter food, well, talk about easy one, salty. When you have a kidney problem, you can't have salt. Okay? I think most people know that because the filter not working properly. Kidney is big filter, so you can't have salt. So each one, bitter is for the heart, sour is for the liver, sweet for the spleen, spicy for the lung. So if you have one part of your body is not so hot, avoiding that type of food, okay? But like my mom had diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. She loves salty food. I can't control it. I said, try to cut down on salt, but she won't listen to me. So one thing we understand, even on the food taste, affect you. Okay, I'm talking about major organ. Okay. Last thing, I'm talking about color. Now, lots of people know a different food color. We're talking about naturally food color. What kind of food color will help which part of heart? For the heart, red. Which thing is red? You got a red pepper, you got beet, you got whatever. Whatever you think, I got a weak heart, I got heart problem, eat lots of things, it's red color. Natural color, okay? Don't dye the color. That's no good, okay? Green for the liver. Yellow for the spin. White for lung. Now, lung, right now, number one problem. Even you have no COVID, you're really healthy, no problem whatsoever. But think about eating lots of white color food will help you. Okay? I want everybody, if you don't remember all the chart, remember the white color food. Okay? Daikon is white, what else is white? Now suddenly I had no idea. But when we eat, when we cook, of course you don't just cook one color. You have to have multiple color. Okay? So remember this little chart help you to think about health. Now move away, we're going to talk about how we're going to finish our exercise today. Okay, we have the feedback. Okay, this chart is last week when we're teaching 8段锦 Qigong. Okay, first of all, I want everybody to review how to stand up properly. Okay, I have the camera, I have the tape on the floor. On the first lesson, I already mentioned we have to stand up right. We're crossing our feet, no problem, because all the support on both feet, you won't fall, you won't feel anything different. But what happened? I start open my feet, okay? And I already say how to stand properly. Make sure it's shoulder width. Shoulder width, it means lady roughly 13 to 14 inches. I measure on the floor, okay? So make sure when you open your feet, make sure your shoulder width. Okay, when we measure shoulder width, it's shoulder to shoulder. Go down, you have to measure inside your shoes, not outside. Outside will be, you're not stand up straight, okay? So make sure shoulder width is measured inside with your shoulder, okay? When you stand up, you know the weight going two legs. If I'm 120 pounds, I should have two scale on each side is 60 pounds. That's stand up straight, okay? When we do the first movement, your knee slightly slide in front of you. Make sure you don't crunching out, your knee don't crunch out, because when you're crunching out, your bone is not aligned right. So if we just slide forward, we crunching down, but our knee with two bones will not crunching together. So make sure stand up right. Keep your body trunk straight. How can we keep the body trunk straight? Last week I already showed an exercise. I hope you try on the wall. We just shoulder width and just touching the whole back on the wall. But you using one of the hand, you can slide through the back, the lower concave area. Okay, that's not straight because it bent out, and our upper shoulder is squeezed to the back, but this squeezed to the out. Okay, so what do? You relax and tilt up the pelvis, slightly slide down the wall. Now you put your hand to the wall. You can put your hand through because your whole spinal cord is straight. We call from an S shape spinal cord change to a C, ABC, the C spinal cord. Okay? The whole thing, you've done it right, and prepare yourself, because after I want you to stand up, move one step forward. I want you crunching down, your back is straight. If you don't practice, you will have just like I'm showing you, your ass sticking out, your breast putting out. So it doesn't matter how you do this Tai Chi or Qi Gong, you won't have the benefit because you cannot produce Qi that way. Okay? So learn the basic movement, stand up right. Okay? So we do in the first exercise, then we continue to teaching the second one. Okay? So the first exercise, we have the pushing the knee out, keep the body straight. You have to put all the weight on the heel. How I stand up this way, I'm in the middle, but I'm pushing my body to the back, to the back, to the back. The whole heel is on the ground. My 10 toes, I can play piano with the 10 toes. How far is perfect? It's just before you fall. Okay? Just before you fall. So you have to, from standing, going down, keep adjust your ass, keep adjust, pushing your tummy out, keep adjust, make sure my back, my lower back, all push to the back. You're using the hand to balance yourself. Okay? Now, I don't want anybody fall, but if you want to learn Qigong properly, that's the number one thing. You have to keep your spinal cord straight. Okay? Now we go back to front, we practice the first movement. Now another thing, the fingers. Never say yourself is number one. So your thumb cannot stand up straight. Okay? Pointing 10 fingers together. Don't stick out the thumb, okay? So just put to the front, balance your back, push as far as possible. Is your toes playing piano? It means you can lift your toes up. So it means you stand up on the hill, okay? Now, crossing fingers, go all the way to the bottom. And start rising. When you bring your hand up, rising your leg too. By the time reaching, I call chest level, you completely stand up. Then we flip the hand. The eye staring, I'm using the word staring, the back of your palm. And keep staring, go up. By the time I don't want to bend my spinal cord, so you're pushing up, you look at my hand, still run, okay? Now we have to put both hands, but the eyes stand straight now because I want to keep my spinal cord straight. How far we go? We have lined up both hands, line up on the top of the head, line up all the way, okay? Now I do a sign movement. If my hand doing this way, come up, come up, come up, come up. Finally, complete stand up now, I flip my hand. But then I staring my back of hand. I know my head tilting to the back now. Okay, so I put my head straight and squeeze. Remember the first movement, they say, pushing both hands to the sky, or what did they say? Hold the heaven with two hands. Hold the heaven with two hands, okay? So make sure your hand, the top of the head, all line up straight. Now, we're going to learn how to breathe in, breathe out. We start from the bottom, crossing the finger, get the whole body ready. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. It's a one long breath. Okay? Really, really long breath. You have to relax yourself to make that long breath. When you first start, I can't hold my breath. I just can't take in any more. Okay? Now I give you a little trick. Raise your hand a little bit faster because you keep breathing in. And also when you suck in the tummy, what happened? It helps you intake because we're using diaphragm to breathe in. So how many movements are we doing from this rising? Last week I talked about you have to try to do so many things from one movement. Let's explain. When we got ready, first thing, we suck in the tummy. Get the whole spinal cord ready. Now, suck it in. Inhale. Now, make sure maintain your body straight. Except the head tilt a little bit, then keep everything together. The last part, you see my tummy, all flattened, all suck it in. Because your tummy suck in is the diaphragm breathing. And also your rib cage helping you too. So understand the whole thing. You cannot say, I just raise my hand first, then my leg, then I suck in the air. The sequencing, you have to do it completely. If you first start learning, I cannot remember all kinds of things. So what I try to help you is using your hand tell you. When I rising, it means inhale. When my hand dropping is exhale. Okay? When I'm rising, I using the diaphragm, it means I have suck in tight. Okay? If you don't suck in tight, you're missing one part. Okay? More you can manage the timing and doing everything together, your chi level keep increasing. After a couple lessons, I'm going to add two more things you can do from this exercise. Amazing. Did we run 10 blocks? No. We just using our both hands, try to do a stretching. Do a stretching. I can stretching this, I can stretching whatever I want, but don't have the chi effect. So understand, this is not a simple stretching. Look like a simple stretching, but a really complicated qigong stretching. But you did it right. How many penny put in your pocket? Okay. So this is the first exercise. Hold the hands with hold the heaven with 2 hands. The second one, draw the bow left and right. First of all, we have to know how to draw a bow. You have an arrow, you got the bow, okay? So we have to do it perfect. We have to prepare our bow and arrow. Put out your hand, okay, flat. You know 3 sections on your fingers, except the thumb, you have 2, okay? So how are we going to prepare the bow and arrow? We only can bend 2 sections of your finger, okay? Bend 2 sections. Don't bend the whole thing, it became a fist, okay? We only can bend 2 sections. You look at my back of my hand, complete flat, okay? Bend 2 sections, flat, okay? Why? If I squeeze all the way, holding like a fist, when I put out the bow, it will be crooked. I want the bow make sure stand up straight, okay? So you cannot squeeze all your finger tight. When you squeeze all the finger tight, your bow will be crooked. You try it again. If I put out the second finger, I squeeze the other 3 really tight, my bow always crooked. I don't want anybody to have crooked bow. So try it again, lay out the hand, just bend 2 sections of the 4 finger, 8 finger. Now stick out the second finger. Let it stand up. Stand up. And our base of your palm, we have to using a little energy, just like you laying on somebody's hand, I pressing on, okay? Pressing on, okay? So I'm going to do a little test for you guys. We're just making the hand circle. Make a big circle. We have no energy put on the hand. Now suddenly, we're going to stop and lay some energy on the base of your hand. Okay, we're going to do one more time. And you tell me what kind of feeling is it now. If we have no energy, then we lay shoulder width, put some weight on your bottom of the palm. What kind of feeling you have? Now, you look at my hand, I don't stretching, I don't tense up. I just really relax and just put a little weight on the bottom hand. You will feel your finger, especially the second one, tingling, feeling really full, just ready to explode. That's the chi. I want everybody to test yourself. They say, I don't have any chi. You just do this 2 action, and I feel tingling on my fingertip. That's chi. Because the chi, when I stand up my finger from this end all the way to the right hand, see, balance, both finger, I feel tingling, okay? That's your test. That's how we have chi running. All you have to just do it right. If I just doing same thing and I'm pointing the finger straight, you don't have that feeling, okay? So go back to the how to shoot the bow and arrow. We do the left side first. Left side is the bow, the arrow. Right side is the bow. So we always prepare our hands. Like I said, bend 2 sections of the finger. If we're doing left side first, stick out the left second finger. And the right hand still same thing, okay? And we prepare right in front of you. I got the arrow, I got the bow inside. Arrow always put outside, okay? So Remember, cannot squeeze all the finger. We have to relax, maintain the palm straight, only bend 2 sections. This finger have to be straight. And we're going to just start opening it. Okay? So we just fold the hand straight, go out straight, and this hand just goes sideways. We just like pulling a string, okay? And that's how we shoot a bow and arrow. My request, this finger always pointing the sky straight. Don't point at anybody. You have no chi. Have pointing straight, okay? This hand pulling on the sideway. Now you see from this side, the arrow go further than my string. Try to think about, I want that force. We call opposite right and left force at the same time. One is longer, one is shorter. How can we do it? Okay, so prepare your bow and arrow. The arrow goes slightly faster and the bow going a little bit slower. Now, we practiced before. I told we cannot straighten our elbow. If we straighten our elbow, the chi will block right here. So number one thing, remember, doesn't matter how strong the bow I can pull, I cannot straighten my elbow. The chi will stop here. Instead, go to the finger here. Okay? And also this hand. What's the right way to pushing this hand? I don't want you pushing all the way, open your chest. We always say Qigong have to be closed chest. When I point it, hey, I can put a book on. Okay? So it means you don't pull up, you don't pull down, because I have to lay a book on it. And the distance from the middle of my chest pull is really little. If you go sideways to look at me, I prepare myself when I pull one straight line. I don't bend to the back. I don't go up. I don't go down. Remember that. This side is easy. Or you just open a little bit. This one, remember this finger has to be straight. This elbow cannot straight. Okay? Now we talk about the leg. Remember we say for shoulder length. At Jin has 3 movements, have to open the leg a little bit wider. We call 1.5. We call horse step, okay? So we got shoulder length and we just add half. So it's a little bit wider, so you can much stronger, okay? So still same thing like a shoulder width, we just open slightly wider, but when you go down, same way. Using the knee, just slide forward. Now we're gonna have that movement combined together. Prepare our bow and arrow, okay? And start flipping your arrow. And when you going out to left and right, make sure sinking too. Start sinking. Now you notice my head only turn a little bit, not the body. We don't turn the body, just the head, staring at that finger. Don't turn the body. Good. When you turn the body, your spinal cord is not right. So try again. Prepare a bow and arrow. Now, make sure I see those fingers. I don't want crooked finger, okay? Start sinking and pulling left and right. Okay? So how we gonna do the right hand side? We don't close the arrow yet. We open our hand grab to the right hand and bring the left foot back. Now we cross the hand now because we have to prepare the arrow on the right hand. So we cross the hand, we prepare our bow and arrow. The arrow outside, the bow inside, and we open the leg. Same thing, pause that, then start pulling. Make sure you don't turn your body just a half. Now go back to the left side. Close your leg. The arrow outside, left side now. Open the left foot and start open pulling the arrow and the bow. Get it? Now, most mistake people just pointing somebody, but I want to make sure using your base of your palm, base of the palm, okay? Now, if you imagine this force, I got left and right force. I got crunching down and the head tilting up. How to raise our neck bone? Like our head, we have 8 sections, if I didn't remember wrong, 8 sections of spinal cord. You know it's always bending. How we maintain our head straight? Okay, one little trick, you have to learn it. We call tuck the cheek in. Just tuck it. If I just looking forward, our cheek slide forward. But if we tuck in our cheek, now I still have to looking forward. We just tuck in the cheek. It means you raise slightly, a little bit on your back, your head, that's spinal cord. Then you add more section on the whole spinal cord, make it straight. Maybe slightly curved, but still straight. Just make your chi flow from the top to the bottom. The tailbone is another movement, help your tailbone how to move, but this is the top part, the extension of your neck. How to make your neck a little bit higher, we call pushing the hand to heaven. Just tuck in the cheek. You feel like you're still pushing. That's how it helps, okay? Same thing. When we pulling the bow and arrow, you think I'm just sinking. Actually, it's not. When I sink, I tuck in my cheek. It means my head pulling up, my feet pushing down. So almost like a cross, 4 different forces on this movement. If you can feel that 4 different forces doing at the same time, that's the best chi you can have. First, when we learn, maybe my bow and arrow just don't match when I'm pulling up. After practice, you have to feel that when I'm pulling, I really feel like I'm pulling a bow and arrow. I don't just put left hand out and right hand here. No. And also when you're sinking, when I'm sinking, I'm not just pulling my ass in, I'm tucking my cheek, pulling my neck up to. Okay? Explain everything. The third movement, we have to move a little bit faster. Third, lift one hand when pressing the other. Okay? So first movement, we're using 2 hands. But this movement, same as the first one, we're using 1 hand on each side. We go left hand first and right hand, okay? When you're pressing up, remember 2 hands pressing, have to line up the top of the head. 1 hand, same thing. Don't do the hand all the way outside because yin and yang is opposite. So make sure when we keep pushing, your hand have to line up your head. Don't tell me you don't know where your hands are, okay? So don't put your hand in front of you, have to be line up the hand, okay? What about this one? I got one hand, push up, the other hand, and to press down. So it's a yin and yang balance, okay? So I don't just press up and I push down. I have to do it at the same time. The other hand, press down, make sure the finger facing forward. Don't push sideways, okay? It's really awkward. You just pressing down, or the finger go forward. And also when you press down, don't lock your elbow. When you lock in your elbow, the chi stop on the elbow. Don't go to fingertip. I want everybody to feel their fingertip. After doing this exercise, you feel all your fingertip, your toes tip, all warm because chi go one circle. Okay? So we always start on the beginning, finger facing all the finger. Okay? When we're going up, left hand first, so left on the top. We just like holding a baby in front of you and going up. Now, go to the chest level, then we split the hand, flipping. The left hand go up, right hand go down. Now we just like pulling a string, pulling a rubber band or something. You have to feel a diagonal feeling, like pulling something. So it means when you press up, really pressing up. This press down, really pressing down. But maintain bend. Don't straighten the elbow, okay? We're gonna practice it one more time, the third one. Go back to crunching position. Ready, the baby go out. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Compare. Now breathe out. Go back, same position. Change to the right hand first. Right hand now. Holding the baby. Go up, press down. Inhale. And breathe out. Really slowly, no hurry, but I can feel my chi go all the way to my fingertip. Okay? Now, you have to watching this movement, it's really easy, but make sure your chest don't stick out. You stick out, the chi stop right there. So making sure, suck your tummy in, suck your chest in, doesn't matter how high I try to push up, I don't bend, I don't stick in my chest. That's the main thing. Okay? Now that's the third movement. In Ba Dun Jin have 8 movements. The first 7 movements always do left and right or up and down. Have to be even number. Even number is yin. Odd number is yang. Okay, so the last movement is yang. So we have to do 7 times or whatever odd number you have to do. So remember, Ba Dun Jin, all the first 7, we have to do even number. So number 4, turn head to glaze the backward. It means we just try to look at the back. But we have to prepare this again, okay? This time we just lay the hand forward, right on the waist part, okay? Crunching down a little bit. The crunching always helps you, okay? So we turn our fingertip toward ourselves, to the tummy. Then we just start standing up and roll to the side. The eyes staring your thumb, okay? because right now the thumb is pointing to inward, okay? And we turn our palm. And we just keep staring the thumb. That's it. Flip the hand, okay? Now, lots of video teaching you, they do this and they throw the hand all the way to the back. Tell me what's the problem? Your chest out. You're breathing not right. So I don't want anybody do this exercise wrong, because if I just doing here, I don't tell you, you definitely go to the back, but you lift your chest up, so your breathing is not right. So make sure when you're rolling your hand, staying your thumb, do not go over that 180 degree. When you're over, that's over 180 degrees, okay? Now, Tai Chi, Qigong, all thing about circle. Make sure this is a circle. I don't do it like that. I don't do it like that, okay? Have to be a right circle, okay? So we bend our knee a little bit. The hand was pointing at the front first. We point inside and start raising, and we just roll to the palm. Make sure your eyes staring, but I don't turn my head. Just tilt your head, turning and staring, okay? Don't turn your body. I'm still facing the front. Okay, we're gonna practice. Go to the right now. Both hands go inside and roll it. I staring on my thumb, okay? And start crunching down again, you roll the hand. Go in first and start rolling to the back. Now, this action have two main things you have to do it. First of all, don't let your chest out. So don't stick your chest out. So your shoulder, you can roll it, but maintain your chest in. So your air will go into the dantian, to the lower part of the tummy. Secondly, I have to do the back, your shoulder blade, okay? The shoulder blade have two really important counterpoint, like we call, what you call that? Madeline, okay? Madeline point, okay? How we gonna massage that point? Is roll your shoulder blade, okay? I hope my tight outfit, you can see my shoulder, okay? When I squeeze my back, I just roll my shoulder, squeeze my back. You will feel really tight because your shoulder blade forward in, okay? This is a really good exercise, even if you're doing nothing. You can sit on just will do it, okay? All I did, just roll to the back, squeeze the back, two muscles, okay? My shoulder blade will sink it in, okay? So this action, if I'm doing backward, first I relax, pointing the finger in, then when I start rising up, I don't just stop here, I squeeze my back, okay? If somebody feel your back, you don't feel flat, you feel a big, deep centerpiece sink right in, okay? And that part I want you to do it. Of course, if I roll it all the way to the back, we'll do the same effect, but you're hurting the chi. So I want you to learn how much you can roll your hand and do the same thing. So practice will help you, okay? And that's the number 4. But we have to add the breathing in it, right? Okay, we prepare ourselves, okay? Now this one is total opposite. Now it means I learned 15 years wrong. I just watching one video, you say the breathing I did all the years wrong. So learn it properly, okay? When I put my hand, roll it in, I breathe in, but I don't suck my tummy in. I blow my tummy out, okay? So I blow my tummy out. You see my tummy, how big is it right now? And I start flipping my hand, rolling and rolling and rolling. Maintain my tummy blowing out until I relax. Now I can suck my tummy. So that breathing totally opposite, okay? Learn this. If you cannot do the tummy part, just do the action, fine. Later on, catch up. But we have to teach the breathing part too. Try again. Roll your hand in, blow out your tummy, start rising up, roll your hand, stand at the thumb, and exhale. I can relax my tummy. I don't have to worry about my tummy now. Okay? Okay. We got 5 more minutes because I know it's another class next. So we're going to stop today and we do the Dao then we do one more exercise. I'm going to show you really easy. Dao last week, we just using 10 different movements. We learned 6 already, okay? We all start putting the left hand on the back where the hip part, okay? And the right hand at the front. Make sure, I always remind, take a look at your feet, did I open it right? Is my toes, my both feet parallel, okay? Otherwise the chi run. Start breathing in, rising up, suck in the tummy. Breathe in, inhale, 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 inhale. Exhale.
師傅，你個聲又刪咗。係我啊，唔知頭先嗰個好嘈咧。我要開翻個師傅個聲。咩啊？師傅你要開聲。
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Both hands, same thing. Now make sure breathe in, suck in the tummy as much as possible. The bigger breath you never have. Now start sinking, breathe out. You can relax the tummy now. Now remember the timing, okay? Breathe in, the hand rising, reminding you inhale all the way up and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Raising your hand, the fourth now. Just raising, breathe in, breathe out. Now remember the tummy part. When you breathe in, suck in your tummy as tight as possible. Breathe out, just relax. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, putting the hand in front of you like holding a ball. Breathe in. Squeeze your shoulder blade. Breathe out. Breathe in, suck in your tummy. Suck in as much as possible. Breathe out, and you can relax. One more. Now we do the next one, we call open. Breathe in, suck in your tummy, breathe out. Now remember, we just learned one of the movements. Make sure don't over 180 degrees. Breathe in, breathe out. Now I see somebody don't do the rising and crunching down. You have to do a little bit. Doesn't matter how bad your knees are, we have to do a little bit because that increasing your chi. Okay, this is halfway. I'm going to show a really quick, we call cool down exercise. Okay, all we do is just hitting myself, okay, to cool off your muscle, but also increasing the chi movement. And your hand, make sure don't open the finger up. Make sure curl up like a cup. Okay, we're hitting ourselves. And also when you're hitting, it's a sequence to hit. First of all, we hit a bump, okay? Where the sinking part, it means that's the malignant there, okay? We hit that first. You hear it loud, but doesn't hurt because you're posing like a cup. Then we go inside all the way down. So you're bending down and hitting all the way down, but we have to come up. Come up when we hit inside the leg, okay? All the way up to crunch here. It's a deep part. It means the chi gonna block there, so we hit here, okay? Then we hit the back again, all the way down. And inside, and the crunch, okay? Because the time-wise, we usually do it at least 3 down, 3 up, okay? Make sure don't missing those parts. The hand, okay? Outside the hand, from the shoulder, hit it. That's outside the shoulder. Make sure the hand is in a cup and going back up. I usually do it at least 3 times. And then you flip the hand, hitting inside. At least 3 times, and we go up to the middle, elbow, inside elbow, and just hit elbow. Now, anybody have a weak part, that's the part help your heart. Inside the elbow, make sure you bend this and hit it. You can do it when you sit down, doing nothing, just do that. Okay? Now, we only did one side because time-wise, I have a cut off now. Make sure when you finish exercise, make sure you do this, hitting both sides, outside the leg, inside the leg, and also both hands. Okay? Thank you very much. See you next week.